Hey guys, here we are finally. Adios 8th edition tournament, game 5. This is going to be a Battleline versus Wood Elves. And we'll take another quick look at my list. Wood Elves, you basically, whenever you play Wood Elves, you worry that you can actually get to them to get any points. Game 5, it really, at this point, doesn't matter. I had some small hopes of getting best Orc player, but uh, I don't even remember how many Orc players there were, but I don't think I could have really done it no matter what happens this game. And here's the Wood Elf player list. He's got a pretty decent list here. The one thing, he's got almost all his points in his Wild Rider unit because there's either, I can't remember exactly what he had. He had 2 or 3 characters in the Wild Rider unit. Uh, I think they had some kind of ability where they could regrow back. I don't think he had the spell for that. So yeah, that's mainly where most of his points are. Got 2 units of Way Watchers. It's very difficult to get these points unless he wants to fight, or unless I get really lucky with shooting and magic. And look at this. This is his performance after scouts. He's in the middle of the board. Now, his 2 Wave Watcher units were scouts. He places them there. The 2 Glade Rider units in the back, that would just show him what he has ambush, because they have to ambush. Ask him to put him on the table just to have a complete picture of what his army is. So basically, he's not cornered up in the castle like I was expecting. He's in the middle of the table. He's so fast, if he wants to go to either table edge, he can. But for right now, it looks like he's not going to just try to castle up. Now here's my deployment. I was worried that he was going to try to castle up to my left because on my deployment zone there's a giant hill rock thing where it's pretty difficult to get around it. And if he had deployed castle into my left, I wanted as much of my stuff as possible closer towards the left so I could get that in that direction. And here's a picture of my vanguard. You can see a better look. There's like a hill with a building on top of it, so the building is basically impassable because you can't put, I think, but 30 models in it. So other than my bunkers, nothing really can go in it. Then the rest of it, other parts of it's like a hill, but that building is basically making it impassable. So I was very worried that he was going to be on my left in that corner where I'd have to swing around. So I didn't want to deploy more to the right. I wanted to be more center, close to that building, if that makes any sense. And here's one more look. The Busey banner flying high. Is this going to be the end of the Busey banner? We still have Southern Assault home to go to. It's 8th edition, but after that, from my understanding, we're adapting to Kings of War. I think that's what Atomic Empire wants to do going forward. Our gaming group's mostly split about that. I'm like, well, a few people want to go to 8.5 or 9th or whatever. Most people seem happy with Kings of War. It's basically an adapt or die situation. We have to choose one of them. I mean, Age of Sigmar is a big turd. Nobody's going to play that I know of around here. At least in our group. And there might be random people playing it that we don't know about. But so I'm not going to say nobody's playing it. But as far as people I know, nobody's playing Age of Sigmar. So it's either Kings of War, Ninth Age, or quit. Okay, so I'm going to turn to go first. Have a little bit of animosity woes with my savages. How could you end 8th edition without it? I don't know. We're playing. This is the Adios 8th edition. Here's the thing. We were all hopeful that Ninth was going to be something we wanted to play. That's why this is Adios 8. Southern Assault was going to be Ninth edition forever. That was with the plan. But after this debacle, that's why it's going to stay 8th for now. So, at the time we were playing this, we all thought this was the end of 8th. So yeah, what other way to go out on 8th than to fail animosity on your last game and you have to kill a couple of savage big guns in order for my savage block to be okay. Now, other than that, I did pretty good with my magic and shooting. Now, Foot of War looks like it killed one of his characters because one of his characters is dead, even with the magic resistance. No, actually, I don't think that was Foot of Gork. I think I headbutted that character, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I headbutted that character, and this was a character that, with his magic resistance, only had 4+ ward instead of 3+. So I was able to take out that character. I was very fortunate. Then the Doom Divers do the work and kill 4 of his Wild Riders. Over here on this side of the table, now, this is his first turn. You can see he's already shifting everything towards the right. I already have my faster units here to try to take out these archers. The Wild Riders all scooting over here. It's gonna make it a little bit more difficult to me. But in my mind, I'm thinking, well, I can just shift everything into like a meeting engagement deployment and try to trap him. I tried to do this last time I played Wood Elves. If you remember that debacle where nothing went right when I tried to do that, where I felt like I had him trapped in a corner, but I just fell apart. So hopefully this time I won't fall apart like that. Now this is after his magic and shooting. He's killed enough Wolf Riders there. They panic. They're fleeing. Not that big a deal. Sort of, but not that big a deal. The Wolf Riders are not going to do much. Hopefully, I'll go take the Eagle out. That was my big hope for the Wolf Riders. All right, my turn too. Now you see the great shift taking place where I'm going to start trying to push towards the right hand side of the table and trying to keep him pinned over there. This is the Wyvern's been basically hiding most of this tournament, so this is a time I don't really have to hide. He doesn't have uh, I think he has one of his Way Watchers to have the arrows that ignore armor saves, but it's not that big a deal for me. But yeah, for the most part, I'm really happy to have the Wyvern here because if anything can catch those Wild Riders, it's going to be him. Now this is the end of my turn. You'll notice the Wolf Riders rally, and my big boss just charged the Eagle. I do nothing to him, he does wound to me, so that's going to be a push. But those Wild Riders, now again, my magic doesn't do that much. I think I maybe kill one or two with footwork because there's magic resistance. But my Doom Divers go in. They kill enough so that he no longer has lookout sirs on his characters. I put a rock right on his BSB, kill it. And I had other rock library kill stuff. And between them, everything's dead if it's level 4. So I've completely wiped those Wild Riders out. And his BSB, and I think he had a level 2 in there. All that's dead. That is a big load off my mind. This game is right now mine to lose. I mean, he still got those Way Watchers. It's going to be very tough for me to do anything about them. But I've killed so much now that it's going to be very difficult for him. He's in a very difficult position. Now this is his turn too, and look at the he miscasts with his level 4, gets sucked into the warp. His Way Watchers are in front of that the big template. He wipes out most of his Way Watchers. I mean, this is going terrible for him. I mean, the only thing he has right now, he's killed my gigantic spotter, and he's killed my big boss that was fighting his eagle. But he has lost a ton already. Basically, at this point, he's got his one little unit of 10 archers, which is hard to see because it's in all the other dead guys around it. And he's got 10 archers on the other hill, the 2 eagles, one unit of Way Watchers, and a single Way Watcher left in that first unit. Now, I also want to mention, I think in the previous turn, one of my foots landed on one of these Way Watcher units and killed some of them. So I don't think all these guys died from his miscast, but I killed some of them with the Foot of Gore because I think I realized I don't think the Foot of Gore killed any of his Wild Riders because of his higher magic resistance. Now this is the end of his turn. His Glade Riders are both on the table now, but they're both in situations where I have Mangler Squigs that can come at them and try to take them out. So I might lose a War Machine, but I might lose my Mangler killing it, but I'm in a situation of wiping out both those Glade Rider units because they're so close to table edge and because of the rules where the Mangler will die and do 3d6 to the unit that goes through where it can't come out the other side without being off the table or whatever. So this is again bad for me. He might come ahead at points, but if I don't take those Glade Riders out, they're going to just wipe out all my War Machines. Now this is the end of turn 3. Now I think on my second turn, my bunker picked a fight with the Savage Biggins so that they couldn't move, and that's why that whole battle line really never changed. But also on my turn, if I remember correctly, I'd take out both his, or at least one of his Glade Rider units with my Manglers. He has just mainly moved his Way Watchers over, and he has his other little archer unit that you can barely see up the top corner. I think that was taking some shots at one of my War Machines. I think it may have done 1 wound to it, to a Rock Lava. Now this is the end of his third turn, showing it from what's going on in my backfield. Yeah, so it looks like I have not killed that Glade Rider unit that's charging to this Rock Lava, but I have my Night Goblins ready to countercharge. And also his Weight Watchers, you can see here, they've done a wound to my Wyvern and a wound to my General, and a couple wounds to that Chariot from one of his archer units. Alright, so this will be my turn 4 now. I charge my General Wyvern at his Weight Watcher that's by itself. It flees. Charge my Night Goblins at these Glade Riders. Now, you can see the end result of that battle is that I've lost my Rock Lava. I only kill one Glade Rider. He actually does not break, and he actually passes his test to reform and face my Night Goblin. So now this Night Goblin unit is in danger of getting beat by Glade Riders. And for some reason, I turned that. I figured everything was in hand. I turned that chariot around, started moving it the other way. I should have had that there as a backup. Now my single troll charges his other archer unit, and they stand and shoot and kill him. Now here's in his turn 4. He's trying to chase this other mangler down with his eagle, and I've been moving it back. That's why it wasn't there to take out those Glade Riders, because I had it forward, and then I was like, I don't want to just lose it to an eagle, so I'm trying to back it up. Now my Night Goblins miraculously do take out these Glade Riders. Uh, they must have wiped them out because they are gone. So I have no idea, because I obviously didn't pursue him because I'm at the table edge. Now he rallies his one single Weight Watcher somehow. No, I don't think he rallied. That's because he needed double ones. But his other Weight Watchers and his archers, look, they've done another couple wounds to my Wyvern, so that's getting scary. His other eagle has flown up to try to redirect my savages, which doesn't really matter. Now my turn 5. Wyvern charges the archers on the hill. Savages charges the eagle. They take out the eagle. I break his archers, but you can see they get away. And he has done another wound to my general. I think it must have been with shooting, so I've got 1 wound left on my general, 2 wounds left on my Wyvern. Uh, hmm. And I don't know how many. I think he's got 2 or 3 Weight Watchers left there. So, yeah, he's got very little left on the table. I don't know what happened to his other Glade Rider unit. I'm pretty sure my Mangler's taken them out by now. This is in his turn 5. My Rock Lava here is dead. I didn't die from the Glade Riders because my Mangler destroyed them. He actually kills it with his little archer unit, and I cannot take that little archer unit out for the rest of the game. It's by itself there. There's nothing I can do to it. I turned my level 1 around. I think he had for the Gork, and he's not. On my 6th turn as a spoiler, I tried to take it out, and I still cannot take out that sneaky little archer unit. Now, at the end of my 6th turn, my Wyvern charges something. I'm gonna assume that his single Weight Watcher that was fleeing behind that hill rallied, and it was worth more points than his little archer unit. So I've been charging that and got that off the table. Otherwise, there's really not much else for me to do. Like I said, I don't take out his little other archer unit with for the Gork. Now, so I can't get away from his eagle on his turn. He's gonna land on my Mangler, so he's just gonna have what's left of one archer unit, those 3 Weight Watchers, and the other archer unit left at the end of the game. And so then this is the end of the game. Just a close-up look at the savages. At this point, we were all hopeful about 9th edition. I was thinking, is this going to be the last time I can have a Savage Horde like this? And it's going to be the last time I get a Savage Horde like this. I can use these in Kings of War. If we played 9th Age, I might, but they're destroying Steadfast. There's probably no reason to even take infantry anymore. I'm an infantry army. I don't know if I even want to play 9th Age at this point with what they're changing to Steadfast. And who knows what they're going to do with the rest of Orcs and Goblins. When I look at what they're doing, I mean, a lot of people are excited about it, but they're just moving things all around between special and rare. And it looks like they're trying to turn it back into 7th edition, and I'm not that excited about that. I really hated 7th edition. I know a lot of people liked it. A lot of people like those roles, but I like infantry, and I like a reason to use infantry. And Games Workshop's done enough to destroy infantry the last couple of years, and I mean, who's even using Steadfast really anymore? Everybody's using Monster Infantry and Monster Cav. And Monster Infantry with Crown of Command. Those are the problems. It's not infantry that's the problem. So I really don't like letting Steadfast go away the way they're from the way I understand it. So I don't know. We'll have to see what else changes. Maybe it'll be fun. I don't know if anybody's going to really play it around here though. Um, Releasing Kings of War, if we play that, I can bring my orcs and I can bring my big units of goblins. So when it's all said and done, this is the 15-5 victory for the orcs. It was possible this was 14-6. I've lost my score sheet. It was one or the other. It was game five. We were like on table 16, I think. It didn't really matter. We were just playing for fun, and I want to applaud my Wood Elf opponent for not just trying to hide the whole game, because this could have been a lot of my games were non-events, and I want to applaud him for trying. And he had really bad luck with the miscast, and I had really good luck with just wiping his Wild Riders out very early, and he could have just conceded then, but he played it out and got some points at the end. And like I said, got a few more games at eighth, and I know I seem real down, but I mean I like a lot of what I see about Kings of War, but there's a lot I don't like about it. There's things I like about Ninth Age, but there's things I don't like. A lot of things I don't like about it. I don't like anything about Age of Sigmar, and I'm sure people watch this, and I know people have unsubscribed from me because I'm not gonna play Ninth, or I'm not gonna play Age of Sigmar. I mean, but there's just nothing I like about it. I like playing big infantry units, and I know people always say you can do that then, but when you have to pile in, you have to move one model at a time out of 40 models. That's just going to drive me insane. I could never go through that. That's why I don't play 40k with orcs. I would love to play 40k with orcs, but just the big units of 30 orcs, moving them one at a time would drive me insane. I think. I don't know, but yeah. Uh, I don't know what the future's going to have. Be For foreseeable future. I know there's going to be a Kings of War one day tournament for Southern Assault. There's going to be 8th edition for Southern Assault. I don't know what's going to happen after that. From what I understand from Atomic Empire, our one day tournaments going forward are going to start being Kings of War. They want to adapt. I mean, I want to adapt. I don't like everything about Kings of War. Maybe at some point I'll do a review. But I like a whole lot more about Kings of War than I like about Age of Sigmar when it's all said and done. Also, I want to play Armada, X Star Wars Armada, maybe a little X-Wing. I'm not that enthused about War Machine. I played it a long time ago. It's a fun game, but a lot of things about that is the same things I don't like about Age of Sigmar or Kings of War, where I really like having flexible, make yourself characters, and you can't get that from War Machine. You can't get that from Age of Sigmar anymore. You can get that to a certain extent from Kings of War. So at least I could do a little bit of making my own characters in Kings of War. So that's appealing to me. Um, I don't know. I love Warhammer. I've played it so long. I don't want it to end. But you have to adapt, and I know a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people aren't going to start watching any reports to do for Kings of War. People aren't going to probably want to see my reports for Armada if I play that. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to quit Warhammer. It's Games Workshop that made me quit Warhammer. They're the one who destroyed it, not me. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed these videos. I'm going to keep making battle reports as long as possible. They might not be Warhammer battle reports anymore, but they're going to be something. I don't know if Ninth Age is going to catch on. I don't know if we'll play that. I don't know how much Kings of War is going to catch on. I don't know if we're going to keep playing that. I know right now we're planning to. So, who knows. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you feel free to like or subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed these, and I have a 3-game tournament left over still to make reports for. There was a practice for Southern Assault, and I'll have my Southern Assault report. So if you're waiting to unsubscribe until I have no more Warhammer reports, you're going to have at least 8 more games for me to do. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for listening.